Systems are part of our everyday life and they can impact whether or not we're hitting our goals. But you should know there are some ugly truths about systems and some things you can do about it. If you are looking to build successful organization or productivity systems, then this video is for you. If you're looking to put systems in place thinking it'll just solve everything, then this is the ugly truth for you. They don't fix everything. Life is still going to throw us challenges, and unfortunately our systems that we put in place are not going to be able to handle all of those challenges. But what it does do is it gives us the space that we need to be able to focus our energy and efforts on solving that challenge directly. When I lost my husband, I had systems in place that helped manage the day-to-day living in life so that I didn't have to stress out about those things on top of mourning this really amazing man that I love so much, and having to parent children during this loss phase too. Systems and processes also gave me the room that I needed when my father was in a major accident that nearly cost him his life. I was able to not worry at all about having to get up and leave very quickly with such short notice because I had the systems and processes in place to take care of all of the day-to-day stuff so that I could focus my energy and efforts and being there for him and providing my family with what they needed during that time. Another ugly thing to know about systems is that it is codependent with your behavior. Our behavior impacts whether or not that system is going to be successful. We can build the perfect system, but if we don't touch it, it's not going to be very helpful. So when we talk about systems and how to build the best systems for you that are going to lead to your success, we're not just talking about those physical systems, but we're also talking about the systematic way that we think through things. If we implement systems in both the physical world, so our physical way that things are being handled or managed, but we also implement systematic ways of thinking about things, then we're going to be much more driven for long-term success. There are ways to implement changes into our mind that helps coerce the way that we think into something that we want for ourselves. So it helps us reach our goals faster and drives more long-term success. And there are 3 things that you can do to get started on that. I'm not going to go in depth in this video, but I will share them with you. The first thing you can do is disconnect your identity from your environment and recognize that who you are today is not the same person that you were yesterday or the day before or years before. Right now, your current situation that you're in is an accumulation of all of the decisions and behaviors that you made historically. It does not include the decisions and behaviors you are making now. Your future will represent the result of those behaviors and changes that you're choosing to do now. You also want to draw awareness to your current actions and really understand what it is you're doing and what you're trying to work towards. If we are more aware of our current situation and what's going on in our current moment, then we are able to respond to a situation rather than react. And the other really big thing you can do to help change this systematic way of thinking is changing our self-talk. When we are unkind and incompassionate to ourselves, we are driving ourselves towards a more negative response. Humans by nature tend to respond a lot more to positivity. So the more positive encouragement you provide yourself mentally, then the higher the chance you are going to get those results that you are looking for. And the stronger chance there is for them to stay long term. And if you're struggling to get started on changing your behavior to become the person that you want to be, one of the easiest things you can do is feed your subconscious. Feed your subconscious with as much information as you can related to the person that you want to be. So if your goal is health and fitness, you want to listen to all the health and fitness stuff that you can on a regular basis. So if your goal is to be organized and productive, then you want to listen to as much getting organized and productive stuff as you can. All of that sinks into our subconscious, which actually can impact the way that we're thinking about things, and it also impacts our behaviors. And over time, it'll slowly start to cling onto you, and then eventually it'll just become habit. Another thing we have to know is that it takes time to implement systems. That time we often look at and say, oh my gosh, I don't have time to spend on it now. But I promise you, if you are willing to commit the extra time that it takes up front, that time will be saved exponentially over the long haul. So while it will take time to put up front, you can build systems that are more likely to be successful at the start. And you do that by working with experts or gathering as much information you can and learning as much as you can about the system that you're looking to develop. There is a process for developing a successful system, and if you're interested in that, link to my ebook is below. So while there are some ugly truths about systems, they empower you to navigate through tough challenges where you're still operating at a pretty high baseline level. Following proven processes and strategies is going to help you implement a successful system from the get-go rather than taking years of research and trying new things to perfect it. And you'll want to remember that systems are codependent on your behavior. So when you're working on your physical systems, you also want to start addressing how you're thinking too about different things, because your behavior is also going to drive the success and the outcome of that system. I would love to hear what system has helped you the most. If you want to share that in the comments below. If you got this far in the video, please hit a like below and subscribe if you'd like to see more.